live on the morning run.
What it do, what it do, you know who it is, where it's coming from, what it be about. It's Big Dog Chico. It's Deuce the Scoop. It's your man, Uncle Neely, checking in from Boulder, where it's colder. But it's been hot as hell in Colorado, all over the nation. We're going to get to a lot of topics today. We're at the kickoff luncheon, kicking off the official football season in Colorado. It's the morning run.
Yo,
I
what you gonna go?
don't know. We just come back to the screen and he gone. You picking up some, I'm looking off.
Man, I was switching my hats out. Yeah, we going.
Chico,
Hey man, yeah, we pushing P today. Hey, welcome to the morning
pushing
run.
P,
I'm your host, Philip Deuce,
pushing P,
aka Deuce the Scoop.
pushing P, pushing
Brought to
P.
you by the big dog, the CEO of the whole operation, Uncle Neely, and our engineer for the day, brother Chico Cleveland, aka the Freaky One. With it being a Freaky Friday, we thought that we would just let the Friday bring all the freak, and Chico will be behind the scenes today. So shout out to Chico, man. We appreciate it, but we don't need any additional freakiness today. Uncle Neely has a great background behind him. Looks really interesting. Oh, freaky. Oh, hey, my bad. Chico, I thought you said you were just going. Oh, oh, snap.
Oh.
No, serious. Come on, Chico. We just playing, man.
You know he get his feelings, man.
Man, my
Yeah,
bad.
I'm good. Go ahead. Let's run the show. Let's.
Because of no, my bad. Come on back, man.
That's his way of saying I don't think you could do it as good as me or without me, Duke. So
Not
go
at
ahead,
all. Not at all.
Go
Just
ahead.
see what I'm saying.
All right, now, so hey, so what's going on behind you, man?
Well, what's going on behind me, man? This is the kickoff luncheon, as it's called. It is the official start, if you will, of football season for the Colorado Buffs. The boosters, the alum, the entire football team will be here with the coaching staff. Coach Primer have key players up with him on stage. Networking luncheon, fundraising luncheon, fun time having luncheon, kicking off officially the start of football season, the annual kickoff luncheon taking place right behind me. It doesn't start till after we get off the air, but hopefully we may be able to grab some content, grab some people as they arrive. Practice is just ending. The players will be making their way in. We're in the IPF, indoor practice facility, which is now the Ford indoor practice facility. Shout out for Ford for sponsoring this building now. But today, from the 50-yard line on back, is the kickoff, the official kickoff luncheon. Black and gold tables, memorabilia, keepsakes on the tables for the participants to show up. It's always sold out. At least this is my third one, so third one with Coach Brian. Always a great crowd, great energy. Of course, Rick George will be on stage, and Rick George will be with us on next Wednesday, live on the morning run. So we just wanted to show y'all what the kickoff luncheon looks like in Colorado, because today we are officially 2 weeks from the first game, and this is the official start of the football season when you have the kickoff luncheon.
Man, that's crazy. Like thinking about just seeing Ford, they're seeing the major businesses that are taking notice of what Colorado and Coach Prime are doing. Secondly, I wanted to ask, since this is your third one, generally, what's been the consensus vibe of the of these type of events? Is it more so of getting ready for the season? Is it more so of a fundraiser, or is it kind of a mix of everything?
It's a mix of everything. You know, of course, the first one, the excitement was just through the roof, because that was the greater Boulder community officially getting to meet, Coach Prime in person as his capacity as head coach, kicking off the season. And since then, the energy is always high, because there are certain goals, fundraising goals that they announce for the season, announcing which games are sold out, which games are going to be on TV. The laundry list goes on and on. But it's really just a celebration of coming together. The business community are coming together. I'm waving at players. They coming in over there. I'm gonna walk that way so y'all can get a feel. Because when we come from the lower fields back into the IPL, the players use this track to go to the weight room. So a lot of players are coming in now because practice is officially over. And so this room gets a lot of stuff done in it, man. But I think it's really like a celebratory event, getting ready to kick off the season, announcing goals for the season. The coaches speak, the two coordinators, the head coach, and Coach Prime have about 4 or 5 players on stage with him. For the most part, that kind of indicates who's going to be those dogs and leaders for the season, the guys he takes on stage with him for this event. And so later on tonight, tomorrow, we're going to take you behind the scenes, let you see what really goes down at the kickoff luncheon, because again, this officially starts out when we're off the air.
Okay. So as I see the players come in and I see, these guys look like they had a great practice today just from outside looking in. How important is it for the fundraisers or the patrons of this event to be able to see the players and interact with them as far as when it comes to raising money?
It's outstanding for them. And I'm wondering right there you go, Chico. Because you get to meet the people that you see. Salton's gonna be on stage, clearly as quarterback. O-line coming in. That's my Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Yeah. So I think it's special because you get to meet your quote unquote heroes. And it's one thing to write a check to strangers. There's another thing to write a check, support people that you've met. So what you have is like the community people sitting at tables, the fundraisers sitting at tables, and the players are spread out amongst them. The coaches are spread out amongst them, getting involved with them, getting to know them, networking, becoming personable, and all that kind of stuff. What up, Jim?
All right, Chico, if you can, we do have, speaking of fundraising, we actually have a, hello? We actually have a super chat we can bring up. That's for a C Maven AI $65 super chat. That's very generous. The TMR family thanks you. And it says, in appreciation for the TMR team. Man, C Maven AI, you've been a great member. We appreciate that as always. So, Uncle Neely, you are the guy who has the inside scoop of what's going on in practice. Talk to us about the vibe of practice today.
Big O. Man, it's time, man. But like the vibe ain't gonna drop down. Like it's not. The vibe is gonna stay high from here to Georgia Tech because like I said, you're literally 2 weeks away, from the start of the season. This is Friday. We play August 29th at night live on ESPN against Georgia Tech. And so if somebody got to motivate you now this 3rd week of camp, if somebody got a lot of fire, what a French, if somebody got a lot of fire from you now, you ain't supposed to be here, dog. So I think there's a certain level that you're not going to fall below this time of the season, because you've been in camp 3 weeks. School starts officially 1 week from today. So this is the time. You got 7 more days where you could just focus on football solely.
When you think about fall camps across the country, usually the defense is ahead of the offense because of the familiarity, how much they've seen the plays already, and just knowing and knowing the guys and their tendencies in front of you. How has Colorado done a good job of keeping the battle between offense and defense kind of even without giving the defense the upper hand?
Great question. And it goes both ways. There's certain times, certain practices where you share the scripts because you want to work on certain things. So the DC will tell the OC, hey, give us this look or vice versa. And then there are other times she's like, all right, we're going at it. You don't know what we're going to do, try to stop it. And so that's just an iron sharpen iron kind of thing. But for the most part, in these coaches meetings and these coordinator meetings, you're going to have conversations about, what we're trying to accomplish this day. Now, you start getting into next week and you have developed your scout teams. Those scout teams are literally designed to show us what Georgia Tech does. Act like you're Georgia Tech. We want to practice against Georgia Tech. So,
no, that's good to hear because a lot of times when you hear you go to these insider reports and they're saying, "Oh, the defense is ahead." Usually, it's something that and the fans go crazy about it. But there's a lot of nuance to it, and I think you broke that down perfectly. You got something on? Okay. Oh, okay.
Coach Hart and Coach Prime walking behind me.
Oh,
just
for
speaking
sure.
of them.
Oh, okay. Big Prime in the building and Coach Hart, man, 2 of the best. Uncle Neely, every team has their position group. That's usually the voice box for the team. They're the loudest. They're the ones that's getting everybody hyped. Right now, who would you say has the megaphone, so to speak, when it comes to position groups in fall camp?
Defense, linebackers.
Linebackers.
They get applauded every day on their communication, over communication, and the volume at which they're communicating and calling out the play. D-line can hear them. Here's what you want to see. When you watch some preseason ball this weekend, watch how for the defensive line to move, but they don't stand up and look back. They're not standing up and going, huh? What you say? See, what they're hearing is they're hearing the linebacker call it out. And so now they're adjusting to it. And one thing about these linebackers, whether it's Hughes or French or Jeremiah, the defensive line can hear them. They not only have a volume that they can project, they have a high IQ. There's a confidence with it. You know, no one wants to. Chico Dukes, you've been in class before, and the joker uncertain of the answer, and he kind of raises his hand like this and kind of whisper the answer. But when you know the answer, you yell the answer. And so what you have out there in this group is guys yelling the answer. You know, so I'm going to give it to the linebacker core on defense, and of course on offense, it's the center pointing things out in the quarterback.
How important is the relationship? Like, and we know I'm not sure. I don't think the center position has been wrapped up yet. But in your travels and everything that you've done in the football industry, how important is that center as to be the secondary quarterback of the offense?
It's just as important as the quarterback. Like the center absolutely touches the ball every play. And the quarterback has to have confidence, you know, where he's going to position the ball, where he's going to place the ball, what alignments and shifts have been called out, pre-snap reads, that kind of thing. So you can't understate how vitally important that job is. My favorite receiver, 88. Yeah, you like, they can't hear you, but they can see. They can hear me. They can see you.
Hey, light skin stuff got a good thing. They can't hear you. 2025 Colorado Buffalo. Watch it.
My bad. My bad.
Yo.
Yeah.
It seems like you can just tell that these guys, you're seeing a mix of guys who've been there, new guys, and guys who've been there only a little while. What's it like seeing the team just kind of gel as not even just teammates, but it looks like they're having a genuine good time?
Yeah, I tell you what it is, man. Let me give some props to Swayze. I don't care if it's a training class at Weyerhaeuser. I don't care if it's a recruitment class in the Army. I don't care if it's a pledge class for a fraternity, or it is athletes being trained under Swayze. When you get put through the fire together, you're going to get close. Like, you're going to get closer. And so these guys, man, who have been here this summer, coming from all parts of the world, 53% new team. 53% of the guys on this team were not on this team this time last year. But you can't tell the old guys from the new guys because of that bonding that they have done going through those workouts together.
Is there anyone on this team that you've noticed during fall camp that even though, go Buffs, is there anybody that you've seen that wasn't there last year that you couldn't tell? Like anybody in particular? You can name a couple of guys that they've already endeared themselves to almost everyone in the program at a rate that's incredible.
One of them just walked by, track off, new running back. You can't tell from the running back room, the offensive room, or the team room that he hasn't been with these guys for 2 years or so.
Right.
They value his work ethic. They love his team spirit. They love his ability. And he has really come in here, and you wouldn't know that he won here last year. And I would say the same thing about a lot of these freshmen, true freshmen. Coach Prime met with the 15 or so of them the other day, and there's a lot of them who navigate the building, move around the building with the swag and the confidence that the rest of the team doesn't treat them like underclassmen.
Why do you think, in your opinion, and you've been around this program in different iterations, you've been around the basics of the program when it was at Jackson State, and then you've seen it kind of grow and what Coach Prime has been able to do. Has there been a difference in how he treats freshmen as he's gone along, or do you think it's basically the same thing, just refining what he's done as a coach?
First thing I'm doing, I'm finna lock down starter by. He'll beat already. He'll beat already.
Stout.
Great question there. Coach Prime at Jackson State and also at Colorado, and it's not just a public sales pitch or something he says to parents sitting on the couch. If he recruits you as a freshman, he recruits you so you can play now. He believes that you have something to offer this team right now. You look at last year, we went into the season opener with 3 true freshmen starters. You had a left tackle starting. You had a running back starting. You had a slot receiver starting. Draylon walking up right now, like he was one of those true freshmen that started last year. And so, yeah, it's on y'all.
What's up? Pregame Network. Best show in the game.
Appreciate that. So it ain't no playing around with it. Ain't no being cute and cool with it. If he has recruited you to be here, you have something to offer. Now, here's what has to happen in that process. It's got to come out you. You've got to show up to camp and produce and get trusted. But from an ability standpoint and a recruitment standpoint, he brought you here for you to play. And not 2 or 3 years from now, but right now. Now, if you don't play right now, that's on you.
Yeah, I mean, and when you think about the way you put that, the accountability is something that I think goes without saying when you think about Colorado. If there's any characteristic or any trait that you would say that this team has presented in this fall camp, what would it be?
I would say determined. There's some determination to do this for the sacrifices that Coach Prime made to be with him this season. I would say there's some determination to prove, and this is nothing to do with malice of the heart. This is like a sincere effort. I would say there's a determination to prove that we're okay without Shador Travis, that we're okay without Cameron Silver. I think there's some determination to prove that don't sleep on us because we lost a lot of talent. We have a lot of talent still in the building, and we've recruited even more talent. So I think there's a determination about this team to say, all right, y'all don't want to rank us high in the Big 12 preseason polls? Watch this work.
I like how you segued into the rankings. So Colorado now is not ranked among the first iteration of the AP Top 25.
Sure.
How did that affect the team? Was there a rallying cry, or was it, hey, we don't even see that, we don't pay attention to rankings anyway?
Didn't even see it, doesn't pay attention to it. It's one of those things that is nice if you own it, good if you own it, but it serves as a motivation factor when you're not on it. Because these guys know that poll is going to be so fluid throughout the season, especially when the Big 12 starts to play the Big 12. Like right now, I think you have 4 teams in the Big 12 in the top 25, with Arizona being number 11 ranked the highest. That's going to probably maintain the first 2, 3, 4 games of the season. But when you get into October, November, we start playing each other, somebody got to lose. And so what these guys know is, forget that top 25 stuff. I got to be in the top 2 of the Big 12. I got to get to Dallas. Our goal is not a bowl game. That's our floor. Our goal is to win the Big 12 championship and thereby go to the playoffs. The way the current climate is in college football, unless some undefeated things take place, the Big 12 knows you only got one guy in, right? And that one guy is going to be who wins that championship game at Dallas. So you got to get there. Because we don't have divisions in this conference, it's wide open. The top 2 teams go. So I don't care if I'm ranked 25 in the nation, number 10 in the nation, number 38 in the nation. I got to be 1 or 2 in the Big 12 come late November, because I got to have my ass in Dallas. That's the focus of this team.
Uncle Neely, you were in Jackson when Coach Prime was coaching and battled some health issues. You're in Colorado when Coach Prime was coaching and battled some health issues. If you had to compare his comebacks both times, because I saw him both times, I saw a clip of him yesterday coaching, and I'm like, you can't even tell nothing happened. Like the resiliency of Coach Prime. Did you see any similarities to his bounce back in each instance?
That is a similarity, that the bounce back is real. The bounce back is so real that he will make you forget how bad things were. You'll see him going about his day. Take it back to Jackson State. You'll see him going about his day, and you'll forget Not only is this man missing 2 toes, his foot is literally bleeding right now in practice. Like he would have to get it rebandaged before and after each practice just to go out there and practice. But the way he prioritizes things and goes about his business when the main thing is the main thing, you forget that he hurt. And even now,
Right.
operating with a, for lack of a better word, manufactured bladder, having had extreme surgeries to get to that point, you will forget when you see him in practice. They talking about 90 days ago, this man had cancer.
Right.
And he out here practicing, then walking 2 miles after practice, up early for team meetings, and still has to get his what I call foot treatment and circulation treatment done that he does all the time anyway. So his resilience, his sacrifices to be here, and that's why I attach that to the team when I say determination. Like if he can do it, what I look like making an excuse?
I think that's a great point. And I wanted to ask you this. I know we heard some of the coaches make reference to
Track. Hold on one second. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
My man Trackhawk just walked by the camera. Let me tell you what he did.
What's that?
He ducked. Like dog, you ain't had the ducks. Like, hey, but I tell you what, I was just talking about you. Because my man Deuce Scoop asked, he's right there on the sitting down changing. My man Deuce Scoop just asked me. He said, "Who is new to this team that you can't tell is new to this team?" And I said, my man 20, because the way he works, comes in here, the team has embraced him. He's embraced the team. You wouldn't know that he just got here. What do, man? Now, what was the other question? Deuce? No, it's in my ears. Because I'm working.
This is I see what he's doing. My boy set up in the perfect location right now.
Oh, look at that. You can't beat the view. It's perfect timing.
Perfect time. You amaze me on a daily basis.
Coach Kelly.
You guys so much. Well, not get real.
Ben.
Ben just said, keep it real, the morning run.
Being hard, man. Shout out to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I was gonna ask you, hey, I lost my train of thought just there. My boy, I saw a legend, man. I wish we could interview him again. My boy, Coach Kelly.
Coach Kelly.
Yeah, bro.
Got a second to take a question? He said, you got to say, let me take these out, and you'll be hearing. Hold on, Dukes.
All right.
Deuce from school said, he said, I wish I could ask him something. He saw you in the background. Saw you the legend.
Man, where do you get this type of stuff?
All right, Deuce. He should be able to hear you. You should be able to hear him.
What's up, little bro?
What's Coach Kelly? What's going on, man? The legend in Atlanta.
We nearing the completion of the 3rd week of camp, so you remember them days. You know how that is, going through the grind. But I tell you what, it's been really good with this group of kids. I say kids, young men that we have and all, and the staff that coaches put together to lead them. You have your ups and downs just like anything, but it's been a joy working with them up to this point in time, and people are going to be shocked at what they see. And I'm going to leave it with that.
I appreciate it, Coach. I wanted to ask you one thing. If you had to describe this fall camp in one word, how would you describe this fall camp for the Colorado Buffaloes?
A gradual progression. I know that's two. I know that's 2 words, but a gradual progression, and that's the way it's going to be throughout the course of the season. But we also know we got a huge first game, and obviously that's close to my heart, having coached at Georgia Tech and being from the state of Georgia, the beginning of my professional life and all. So that's heartfelt, that's personal, but really is a gradual climb, a gradual progression up to the conference season beginning, because that's what we have to be successful to get to where we ultimately want to be at the end of the year.
Coach Kelly, last question, I'll let you go. For someone who's been dealing with young people at the high school level, you've dealt with the best of the best. How do you grade the maturity level of this year's freshman class from what you've seen so far?
Well, I tell you what, it starts with the evaluation process and the selection process. And the one thing we do is we don't recruit a large number of high school kids. So you're never going to see the University of Colorado be top in the country as far as high school recruiting classes. But the ones that we do take are carefully selected, and we expect them to come in and compete right away. Um, some places are developmental programs. That's great. We're not a developmental program, even though our staff does a great job of doing that once they arrive here. But we are a win now program. So the freshmen we take, we expect to come in and compete right away. We're not bringing them in for depth purposes and all. So because of that, a part of that evaluation process is their maturity level. You know, it goes way beyond physical because they have to have a certain maturation, be at a certain maturation point in order for them to be able to compete at this level right away. So when I say all of that to lead up to say, I like the maturation of this group. They still have to be developed in a lot of areas. You know, my daughter, when she was 6, I wanted her to be 16 as far as her maturity level. But some things just take time. So we can't rush that process. But we love the athleticism. We love the potential. And now it's all about developing them to the point to help them to put all of that together. So we're very pleased with it, to summarize what I just said.
Man, Coach Kelly, you're a legend where I'm from, and you've been an asset everywhere you've been, man. I appreciate your time today.
Hey, God is good, and we appreciate you and all you do, little bro. Be good, man.
Man, appreciate it, Coach. You don't get this many places.
Any.
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 Hey, what you say, Uncle Lee?
You literally are at the only place you can get it, and that is the morning run.
Chico, come on screen. Let Manny run the boards. We'll see if Chico come on screen.
Yeah, what's good?
Chico,
good job. Way to go.
Chico, wanted to ask you something, man.
Shout out to Coach David Kelly.
Chico, you play high-level college football, and I make sure that we have to reiterate that because that's a major accomplishment. And you play some professional ball. What was your biggest adjustment going to play at that level as a freshman?
Good question. Probably just adjusting to how serious football was. If you come from a high school that doesn't take football as serious, like a football factories, you know what I mean, across America. You come from a high school that's just, you're just a talented guy, a big fish in a small pond, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to a D1 program, you realize how serious it is and each and every day. So I think adjusting to that, adjusting to the class and the meeting schedule, those are the main things. It takes a lot of time in college football, especially Division I. And a lot of freshmen get shocked by that, and it kind of overwhelms a lot of them. So when you see a guy excelling, it's not an easy thing to do.
No, absolutely. What's next, Unc?
You got people starting to fill in and come in. In fact, I see a couple of CU aunties walking in right there, man.
Uh-oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 up. There they go waving. She didn't hear me. Adam walking in. So it's the crowd is. I'm taking where y'all can see people coming in. I think that might be about as close as they can get. So yeah, the event is, people starting to come in, get to their tables. Like I said, it doesn't officially start, so we are off the air. But it's going to be, all the tables will be full. The coaches and the team are showering from practice, getting dressed. You got to come in uniform. They're going to line up in the hallway. So this is the official kickoff luncheon brought to you by the Boulder Chamber of Commerce. So the business community is well represented here. Trying to celebrate the team, to wish them a fantastic season, raise a little money at the same time.
Absolutely. Chico, come back. I had another question, bro.
What Chico on today, man? They Freaky Friday. This is his
My
day.
bad. What's up?
You gonna be on the show? You take the
I'm
day
here.
off?
I'm always here. I can't take the day off. What you mean? I'm always
you gonna
here.
are you gonna be on the screen? You gonna participate? I gotta get asked 100 questions in a row by Dukes. Like you can't say
See what
nothing.
I'm saying? See what I'm saying? All of a sudden you get all aggressive.
My tone hadn't changed. One thing I don't do, Chico, is change.
That's a lie.
Now, you act new around other people. Not
That's
me.
a lie. That's a lie.
You getting the same tone I always get.
All right.
What I told you about the bazooka, Chico, one set. There ain't no, hey man, I put that on medium. You can't. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Say hello to the people. They won't be able to hear you, but they can wave at you. It's a live show.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there you go. He said he follows on the gram. Appreciate the support.
Yes,
So-
indeed.
I'm trying to looking back. I was trying to look and see if we might have some sponsors in the back. I ain't know.
Yeah, we looking for those sponsors. Tell them, Dukes.
Yeah, so if you would like to have your product, if you would like to have your product or your business promoted on the morning run, all you have to do is reach out to Uncle Neely at the Pregame Network or Big Dog Chico at gmail.com. They will get back with you, and you will get one of our illustrious promotional packages where we can elevate your business to the next level by using our salesman skills and our marketing, all done at the morning run.
All these faces for radio.
Dukes, baby.
What? Hey man, don't do me. I ain't the one. Don't do me. Chico, listen. So they going into so I think this is like, when is when you were in camp going in like before the first game of the season?
might have just picked up a sponsor.
Talk to me.
He came back and gave me his card.
That's what we talking about.
Hello. Hey, Chico, like when did you know? Like, so I think 2 weeks away. What was the focus 2 weeks before the game in camp?
I appreciate that. He just said he watches every day.
That's what's up.
Everybody just saying they watch every day. So get on the camera right there. So he watches every day.
Oh, Bubs.
Looking forward to hoping some good speeches, some fun speeches. I ran into Ben outside. I expected me to talk. Like, of course you expected to talk to Ben. Ben, you got all this charisma and all this chemistry. But I had to give him a shout out because I myself,
I love it.
Alumni.
I love it.
Second time meeting. My man right here. Top beat of the senior, the bowler of the region, Mr. Chris Neely. So I think
he's Chris Neely. He know me.
Right. So love the morning run. Love all the content.
He said he loved the morning run, y'all.
That's what's up.
Much love.
That's what's up. Thank you for doing your thing.
We'll do, brother. Appreciate you.
You go out there and just go by.
He gonna be so heartbroken when he realized they couldn't hear him.
Yeah, I saw her. She couldn't wait to get on.
Hey,
Shout out to her.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Everybody's falling in. I can almost I can see the money.
You got to come down through the locker room. Appreciate you. You got to come down through the locker room and come through a locker like Dollar Bill did and let them know it's money on the floor. What y'all doing? you got to let them know, Chico, it is money on the floor. You need to get in here.
Right.
But y'all sitting around the locker room playing.
Yeah, y'all back in the locker room for.
Oh, tell you. Hey,
Oh man.
Chico, 2 weeks in the camp. What's the focus? 2 weeks left in camp.
Making sure you're not busting on the field, learning the plays. You know, you should be in shape. You should have already kind of solidified your spot because in the meeting rooms you see where your rankings are, where your depth is on the chart, and you going from there. Your coaches let you know where you can fit in, where you can make plays. At this point, scout team getting ready to be going out there, so all that stuff is going to be solidified. You'll know who's is where, who's going to be where around this point coming up, and you're just making sure you don't have any bust, man, as a player, whether you're on offense or defense. So that's the main thing, because bust can get you taken off the depth chart as fast as anything. That's like fumbling for a running back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You go out there as a wide receiver and jump off sides, or a ball hit you in the chest, you dropping balls.
I'm
Or
Heather.
I know you.
Okay.
And you're like,
oh, sorry about that. Or even just busting on the play, running the wrong
thank you
route
for
or
next
at the
week.
wrong
That's what
depth.
I wanted to touch base on.
That's one thing right there. So, or that's probably the main thing.
Right here.
Yeah, I say that.
This is Heather. Heather is
What's up, Heather?
Heather is who helped us schedule the Rick George interview. Not helped us, she did it. So
That's right.
next
Thank
Wednesday.
you, Heather.
Let's go, Bus.
Miss Heather. Let's go.
Thank you, Ms. Heather.
Now, Chico, I think you spot on, because the key word here when you say bus is trust. And I ain't mean for that to be a bar, but it is. You're getting to the point in camp
That's
where
true.
you are who you are, and I know if I can rely on you or not. I know
Yeah.
if I can trust you in situations or not. And if I can't trust you in front of 150 people at practice, how can I trust you in front of 45,000 people with the lights on at Folsom Field? And so you get this situation where you learn who you can rely on. And a lot of times, man, it's not the best player that gets the spot. It's the guy that's the consistent player that gets the spot. That man,
Reliable.
you want to keep it 100, Chico?
Keep
You ready
100.
to keep it a thou wow?
A thou wow.
There are plenty of people just as fast as Travis Hunter,
Right.
but who can be fast consistently? There are plenty of people who can catch just as good as Travis Hunter, but who can catch consistently? Who doesn't have the drop off? Like when Jerry Rice was running a 4.4, he was running that in the fourth quarter just like it was in the first quarter.
Yep.
And so what happens in that process? You can trust it. I know he's going to do it. And how do I know he's going to do it? It's because he always does it. He does it every day at practice. Cameron Simmons Craig, in the 3 years I was around him, was the first person at every meeting at Jackson State in here. So they ain't got to tell me in the pros that he in the meet first. That's what he does. He gonna have the most film hours. He gonna have to be the first one in the building. You can trust it. And so what these coaches are looking for now, as Chico was saying, when you say don't bust, don't violate the trust. Because I'm gonna play who I trust.
Yeah,
that's right.
Chico, in your career, if you had to say, I would guess ballpark numbers, how many times did you bust on the field?
2%. I'll answer for him. That's why he got the 98% on the back of his pants.
I'm just playing, man. They said there wasn't no comedy today, man. My bad. They was calling for you in the chat, Chico. They was like, man, I got to put Chico on.
I've been trying to tell Chico, people come for Chico, they stay for us. But Chico want to get in his damn feelings because you open up a show with a joke and go hide.
Chico hit us with that, man.
And took his ball and went home.
Man, Chico got two. He got two of them.
Because that's so far from the truth. It's a lie. Here come another Neely lie. Watch this.
Let me give you something. Let me give you something, Chico.
That little Neely-ism. Here come a Neely lie. Watch this. A flat out hotbed. Watch this.
No. This is what it is, Chico.
No, it's not.
When we started the show and you took yourself off screen and you want to talk about week 3. Hold on, Chico. Hold on.
We did this last night.
Chico, hold on.
God, watch this, man.
You keep saying watch this, then you interrupt me. You took yourself off screen. You have to ask yourself, Chico, particularly in fall camp, the throws of fall camp like this, where would we be if everybody did what I did? What if Dukes and myself would have took ourselves off the screen same time? We wouldn't have a show, Chico. Chico, you're putting me in a position where I can't trust you.
I ain't put you in no position.
He ain't lying.
I can't
What are we all?
You got to come over some. There you go. That's yours for you, Chico, because they know they can't trust you either.
Easy.
You just take yourself off the damn. That's like you tapping your helmet to come out of the game. It is like
when you come out of the game and you're on the sideline, you just out of the game. There you go.
But I'm saying, Chico, you have to check in before you take yourself out. I looked up, you just off the damn field. My best tight end, 98%, ain't on the field. Chico, you hurt? No. What's wrong? Somebody made a joke about
I'm
me.
I'm in the back producing, making sure everything's running smoothly. You know,
Oh,
all
you
I
mean
did was
all I
did was ask a question. You know, the stuff that I tried to put you in the back to see behind the scenes. You like, man, take me off this issue. I don't want to see all this stuff back here. Oh no, I'm already anxiety. I'm like, damn, huh?
Because I'm Chico. I'm listening. You producing in front of the camera, behind the camera. Now all of a sudden you want to go back. I don't know
please,
what to do.
Duke. Help me, please.
Help. You took yourself out the game, Chico. You finished yourself.
Duke. Help me, please, Duke.
Hey, Chico, I don't know if you knew this about me, but
okay, Sean, please this shit.
My middle initial is B, and that stands for Bennett.
Because you ain't in it.
Hey, but Chico, I do want to say, if you could scroll a little bit up, K Journey had a message for you. It wasn't a super chat, but it may be a fupa chat. I'm not sure. Let's scroll up a little bit. Shout out to K Journey. But it says, no, not that one. Nope, not that one. It says no, not that one.
Hey, appreciate you, K Journey, and everybody else.
Not that one. No, the K Journey one. Nope.
It must be a good one because Deuce don't want to read it.
Nah, bro. Oh, that ain't it. Keep going.
Maybe I'm going the wrong way.
Go down at the bottom.
Unbelievable, man.
What is that?
Yeah, I don't see it, Duke. Sorry.
Nah, you ain't trying to see it because he's shamed. Don't be. Hey, what?
Don't try to see. Let me see. Chico, don't let him do you. Why you can't read it, dog? Is that bad?
I can't see it. I mean, I can't put it up. I can't put it up. I can't get it. It's a lot of.
I'm on a.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What did it say? I can't see it. Y'all have to. Yeah, somebody got to read. I can't see it, so somebody got to read it to me.
Yeah, you're going to have to retype it.
K Journey, hey, put back up there what you said about my boy Chico. Cuzzo. Yeah.
It better not be. All right, let me just see. Let me see what.
It's probably football related.
Let me see what Duke's want to highlight. That's one Smuggle said was funny.
Now, K Journey, hey. Oh, boom. There you go. Put that one on there, Chico. Yeah.
What?
Chico with his then K Journey. Hey, don't play with him.
This man here, man.
I didn't see it. What did it say?
I'm glad Chico you did say it.
All right, put it back on the screen. Let me see it. What did it say?
Oh my gosh.
All one had to do is read it.
Hi, my name is Don.
Man, tell us thank you, Chico.
My name is Don. I watch your channel and I watch how I know you were with Dion and you protect like his reputation. I just want to.
I appreciate it, John. I appreciate that, John. Nice to meet you, sir. Appreciate that.
Nobody does it better than me.
Man, I ain't no hater. Hey, Chico. Hey, but I be telling them. I always say, look, my cousin, he got his ways, but he ain't got no problem with no female.
Ain't gonna have a problem with him.
Hey, man.
He could either go in their purse or upside their head. One of them. He gonna steal some or beat some. Because he was on here last night and do stuff about, I'm gonna send him to physical therapy. when I get done with them, they going to PT.
Dukes, you got another football related question, Dukes?
Now, Dukes, I want to point out now, he ain't say Neely lying, Neely stop playing, because the people who were on here last night,
Neely, you were wrong. But you were wrong to the reference. I wasn't talking about no physical therapy.
What PT meant for you then?
The chat can find out. It's all right.
The PT?
You said
you have a football question, Duke?
You said if you go over her house, you're gonna be a PT. I said physical therapy. If it's not, tell me. I don't know what it means.
It's all right. Just know I'm the mayor. Let's move on.
Going on, brother? You good?
He the mayor. Hello.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Hello.
Yeah, we're on live at the same time.
He go with the key to the city.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Hey, y'all wave at the camera. Hey, they watch every day.
Thank
They just
y'all.
came up, introduced themselves, so they watch every day.
Man,
Man, what my hold on.
that's
K
right.
Journey, that's you with the
physical touch. Physical touch.
Flight 84. Flight 84. We need you to confirm that, my brother. You know, I saw what you just said. Yeah, so look, hey Chico, this is a real football related question, Chico. Come on screen.
Okay.
All right, so hey, all BS aside, like not playing, being serious. I don't know if you saw it, but Michigan just got levied their penalties for that sign stealing scandal they had. All right, in college football, people don't really realize how much of a deal sign stealing really is. You being an offensive player, do you ever remember a time where a team may have had when the team just had the perfect calls and you guys have been like, oh, they got our side, they got our signals?
Damn, you just brought up a memory right there. Yes.
This the time for it, Chico. You see how I set you up? Hey, big dog, you see how I set you up now?
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I just had an instant headache too when you set me up right there because goodness gracious. Shout out to Thomas Howard. I don't know if anybody remember him, former Raiders linebacker. Yes. Big old head.
Did he play in Nevada?
He played at UTEP.
UTEP. Yep.
Man, if I'd be damned if UTEP either didn't watch film like hell or they knew what we were doing because I was H-back that game. I had just transitioned from slot receiver tight end and running some H-back and basically fullback. I had to lead up.
You just transitioned.
Oh, my gosh. I had to lead up. Paul, here we go again. This is all football references, guys. I had to lead up in the hole, in the A gap, and block him. By the second time we ran that play, he was meeting me on my side of the ball. You know, bringing that wood, dog. So I told Coach, Coach, are we calling the same thing, dog?
Right.
Can we call something else? They know the play. They know every time I do this, they coming. So, yes, definitely. So that was my experience with it that came up in my head immediately, and that can put a offense definitely at a disadvantage, especially if you have a guy who's supposed to be lead blocking on the linebacker right there in that A gap. If he know it's coming, that's something right there you don't want to deal with right there, Coach. Thomas Howard.
Especially not with a guy like that. He was one of the fastest linebackers in the league.
Fastest, strongest.
Yeah.
He was a baller, and I really didn't know about him until we watched that film. I said, that dude, they're a ball. I think he wore number 42. Never forget that. But he came through that thing. Yeah. That's why I got that. I see what you're talking about. I did catch a touchdown that game in the back of the end zone. And it looked a lot like Shedeur Sanders' first touchdown that he threw in the corner of that end zone right there, too. So shout out to them. And also we have some questions. You made a catch
like between three people like that?
I wish I could bring it up because y'all might not even believe it. Yeah. It was just it looked a lot like that. Hack rolled out to the left a little bit, slung it to the corner, bam, caught it over the left shoulder, back of the end zone. Yep. Just like that.
Hey, so Chico, like when you see a team get their signals, or you see somebody and it feels like the signals have been compromised, what's something that you can do? Like, do you switch to new signals? Do you have backup signals? Do you have somebody run the play in? What can you do to go to combat that?
Man, it should be a lot of ways. You can bring a guy to the sideline, let him run the play in directly from the coach, kind of like old school or little league that you might see. Of course, now they have the earpieces and the green dots and things like that, so it's not as prevalent, I don't think. So it's many ways you can find out. Switch up the signs, hide the signs, have a guy doing dummy signs over here, but you're actually looking at this coach. Many different ways I think you can do it. That is kind of evolved now because of the earpiece and everything now in the helmets. So.
Man, but you know what's crazy? So I was talking to a defense coordinator last year. He played a team and they hung a big number on him, and he talked to one of his counterparts at another school that played the same team, and they came to the realization that team had their signals. Now what they did was but these guys came from the same school. They came you got coaching trees, and both of these guys came from the same coaching tree. So for people that don't know, you may see three guys on the sideline and you don't know which guy has the actual signal.
Exactly.
But if they find out which guy has the signal and your sequence, that you don't have a chance to tell the defense 3 levels of the defense, because the defensive line gets a call, the linebackers get a call, and the secondary gets the coverage. And if there's a blitz, there may be a 4th person they get that from, or that may be the on-field guy. So once they find out that whole matrix of how you're calling your plays, if it's a good offensive guy, you're pretty much dead in the water. And I think a lot of people don't understand what was so important about the sign stealing. But I appreciate you for being able to put it in context for us who didn't get to play at that level. Because the highest level I played at, somebody ran to play in.
So like if I'm on offense and we're trying to steal the defensive signs, that can possibly help because we'll know whether they're in cover 2 or whatever. And that really can determine the type of route that a guy like me, a slot receiver or a tight end, would run, whether I'm going to keep it straight up the seams, whether I'm going to cut to the pot line, whether I'm going to break it off flat, whatever. It kind of can determine, especially in like option route situations. So yes, it can give you some tips on the offensive side of the ball as well. You know, because I was speaking earlier about the defense being tipped off about the offense. So definitely you can have some plays, guys making plays on the other side of the ball. Like I saw a play. I don't know if I should say it like that. I'm gonna say it like this. I saw a play in a spring game where the linebacker on the first play of the game came in there and hit the running back right in the mouth. And first thing I said was he either was tipped off or he saw some type of tendencies to where he knew what the play was and what was coming, because before the running back even got the ball from the handoff, he was in the backfield hitting him in the mouth. And that typically doesn't happen unless he's tipped off some type of way. So definitely,
that brings me to another point. Uncle Neely, you get to go to all of these meetings. You see what goes on in a lot of the game planning part of it. How important are tendency breakers when it comes to Pat Shermer's offense?
I think it's important in every offense. You know, one of the things that goes on with having a long career in coaching is people have what they like to do. Right. And when you've been coaching against somebody 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 years, you know what they like to do. They got their thing. But you go by. But here's the thing about it. Still got to stop it. Like who don't know Derrick Henry getting the ball and going through that gap?
Right.
Ooh, we got the signal. We know where to be. And you're gonna be flat on your ass because you still got to stop it. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, you want to protect your competitive advantage. You want to protect your signals and the things that you're doing in that kind of place. But at the end of the day, guys, it ain't complicated because it's 11 on 11 and there's one football. So, ball.
Kind of breaking up a little bit. I think because you're walking through a bad area.
Just barrel.
Yeah.
There you go. I knew you figured out. So, hold on one second.
Keep on. Okay. I remember one time when it was going in and out, and it was just on my end, and I said something. Yeah, pause. The audio was going in and out, and I said something on my end, but it was good on the feed, so I didn't want to say that too fast.
Yeah, so you know, you talk about those tendencies. That's one of the things that you just have to get out of as coaching, and I don't care what level you're coaching or what sports you're coaching. When you've played the same opponents over and over, you know, opponents talk to each other. Like you look here at Colorado.
Facts.
Past 2 years, who don't want Deion Sanders to lose in the conference? So you better believe they talk to each other. Right. They share information with each other because they all trying to beat you. And what you have to do is get outside of yourself at times and do something differently because of what they're expecting you to do. And that doesn't have anything to do with knowing the signal or anything. It's okay. I know he likes to do this. I know he has the personnel to do this. So this is more than likely what he's going to do. One of my favorite Coach Rob sayings, and I'm saying that because he's right over there, is we don't have an agreement with these guys. We didn't share the playbooks. So at the end of the day, you really don't know what they're going to do.
Right.
And he gave a big smile when he heard me say that, because at the end of the day, we're preparing for their tendencies. We're preparing for what they like to do. We're preparing for what they like to do in the past. So what you have to do is be an athlete, be a student of the game, have a high football IQ, because you may have to adjust, because we don't have a deal with them that they're going to run that. We're just telling you that when they're in this formation, 76% of the time, they do this. When they're in this formation, 82% of the time, they like to do this.
Right.
That leaves a whole nother percentage of times that they might not do none of that.
Yeah. Man, and that brings me to another question for Chico. When you think about the chess game and the mental game that goes along in football that a lot of people miss, that you have to be on a certain level to understand. For example, a linebacker will follow a guard to the ball usually. Like just in basic football, you know that if you follow the guard, you're going to follow yourself to the ball. Then you see the differences in plays when you run counters where they'll have a guard pull and go the opposite way because they're expecting you to at least know that. Chico, when you're on a team where guys where the IQ is not as high, but there may be athleticism that's higher in other places, how difficult is it to overcome guys who aren't playing on the same sheet of music?
Good question. Well, I'll say this: when you have like high level athletes or something like that, but might not be here, and you know that they have the tendency to bite on a pulling guard and to play overly aggressive, then that's when those counters come in. So you kind of play that against them. You know, you're going to play that mind game with a team that you might be faster than you, might be stronger than you. Well, now we're going to make you think, and we're going to try to make you slow down and play a little bit slower. We're going to hit you with some counters, hit you with some screens, hit you with some different formations that you might not haven't seen before, just to keep you off balance and go, away from those tendencies that they've seen on film from the previous games. So that's what I was saying with the Thomas Howard situation. Dang, coach, we still running this same 32 power. They seen that on film from the last from the last 3 games. Let's run a 32 power play action now and hit me out in the flats. And eventually, that's how I caught the touchdown. Bam, faking there, going out in the flats. There it is, touchdown in the back of the end zone, whatever. So, it's just different ways you can do things, but you got to play that against them. If you know that there might be a superior team that might be aggressive here, then we're going to play off that using that football IQ. And that's where you see a lot of teams win at the smarter teams, not necessarily, let's take it to basketball terms, not necessarily most athletic teams, but look at the teams that play better together and high IQ. Look at the San Antonio Spurs when they won all those championships. It was the chemistry, it was the coaching, and it was the preparation that they had. That's how they won.
Well, let me stack another brick on that. Not a log on the fire, but another brick on that. Because there's another facet to this, which is called athleticism. And Chico, I'll start with where you ended with basketball. When you're in your regular season of basketball and playing somebody twice, true form, exactly what you just said. When you get to say March Madness and one and done, there's going to come a 5 to 10 minute stretch that you have to play man to man. That your 5 guys just have to be better for their 5 guys for about 5 minutes or so. And it's the same thing with football, how athleticism can trump all the other stuff we're discussing. Because get this, as a quarterback from Pee Wee League to your junior in high school, you've been taught that if that cornerback leaves off that receiver and goes over to that hash, that you throw the ball outside. But they didn't tell you Travis Hunter could get back so quick. And because it's Travis Hunter, you throw a damn interception. Now, 99 out of 100 other times, that's a completion the way you're going. But when you're going up against an athlete, and it's rare. The Deion Sanders, the Champ Baileys, the Rod Woodsons, what's my man Revis, the things that Ed Reed could do at the safety position to manipulate the quarterback to make him think I'm doing this and I'm really going to do this because I have the athleticism to make up for it. That's where the game changer is. And that's why you had what you had last year in Colorado is that you can't script for Travis Hunter. You can't say, okay, he's standing at that hash, so over here is open. No, he can get over there.
Right.
So now what you got to do is you got to research your tendencies. You got to research your personnel and know which athletes are so good of an athlete that they can make up the difference. Because they'll get you to bite on something that's not there.
Pause.
Big pause. Coach Prime in his heyday, he wants you to throw it his way, so he making this guy look open. So let me jog a little bit, so you'll think he open, and I'm gonna put down on the accelerator once that ball there. Watch this.
Right. So speaking of that, Chico, you right now, your opponent for this year is Uncle Neely. When you get to Colorado, he is more experienced than you. He has an extensive record. He's been in a lot of fights. How do you plan on using your athleticism that you've been working in fall camp to come out victorious in your one-on-one with Uncle Neely?
Well, with a guy like this, I could take a pick, athleticism, IQ, just beat him down, get out of there early, play, keep him around, knock him out late, it's whatever, it's just how I feel at that time. So if I want to come in and, just, I don't want to say play around with him, but pause, just stay on the outside and jab, you know what I mean? I know that he doesn't have either the stamina, the IQ, the want to, the will, the speed, the accuracy, none of those things that can keep up. So it's just going to be about, do I want to entertain the crowd and give them something to watch? It could be a Mike Tyson style fight, or it could be a Floyd Mayweather style fight, but whatever it is, he's not ready for that smoke. So I'm just coming with all of it. You know what I mean? Call me Chimney, call me Snoop Dogg, call me Steven Jackson, whatever, but I'm coming with all the smoke, Ocho.
Uncle Neely.
Yes,
sir. Chico Cleveland, the freak, has
dog. Get it right.
Has basically insulted your fight IQ, your stamina, and your physicality.
You asked me my thoughts, my opinion. There's no insults. You got to respect all opponents. You know what I mean?
You being disrespectful right now. Interrupted the man.
We talking. You know what I'm saying? That's
he talking to me now. You interrupted the man.
So what that mean? You just interrupted me. So now you being disrespectful. So now you need another whooping. That's what it is.
Yeah, I can just do like your ass did too. Just leave the show. Just whoop your ass when I see you.
No talking. No more talk. Willie D. No more talk.
They just sold out the tickets in there. I'm out of tickets.
No more talk.
I'm out of tickets, Chico.
I don't sell no wolf tickets.
I'm out of tickets. Dennis Rodman. Trying to get me in the corner and hunch on me.
Chico, speaking. So Unc made a mention to what you've been noted as having as an unorthodox style of getting in your opponent's mental space by being physically, I would say physically freaky to your opponents at times and touching them in places where they aren't used to being touched by men. Do you still employ that type of physicality when it comes to your opponents? I can't remember a time where you talked about a state championship game where you were playing against Marco Killingsworth and you may have patted a couple of guys or said things, like touched them places that they weren't
up old stuff.
No, we're just from watching the old film.
Limitations.
So Chico, at this point,
sometimes you don't need those tactics. Sometimes
you still plan on using those tactics on Uncle Neely, or
you saw a guy like Dennis Rodman use those tactics against a guy like a Shaquille O'Neal, who was just way physically more imposing than him. So you had to use different things than just your physical attributes. In other words, if you just did that, you didn't have a chance, and you knew that coming in. If you want to be real with yourself, so a guy like a Marco or whoever on the basketball court, I knew I really didn't have a chance.
No,
but I'm here to win. You understand me? And now we got to play up here. So, bam, I got to do what I got to do to keep you at the 3-point line. Lower percentage shot than you coming in here like I would be thinking, and that's straight dunking on you.
Right.
6'1" center. You ain't got no chance against me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But some people didn't think like that, or I felt like I can get into that mind space, that mental space, aka Uncle Neely, get into that mental space, and now you control the game. Now I'm controlling the game. He's gonna be on the bench before you know it with 4 fouls. Looking at me running up and down the court, smiling, laughing, and hitting hook shots 98%. And they on the bench talking smack about me. Like, damn.
Right.
Look, calling me all type of names, Freako, Chico, thinking that's gonna bother me. But I got a block on mine, and I'm getting the win. Put the dubs up. That's all it's about. Get the dubs.
Uncle Neely, before we get out of here,
player.
So Chico Cleveland has basically stated that he feels like he doesn't have to resort to the tactics that he grew up using, and that at the level of his performance now, he doesn't need those for a player, for a boxer or a fighter of your caliber because he
Pay-per-view
feels
coming
like
up.
he can out athletic you, he can out IQ you, and basically he's just 10 times a better person than you. Uncle Neely, what's your response to that? And does it have any impact on what you're planning to do in this fight?
Great question, and here's my response.
You gonna walk off. Thank y'all for coming out. Y'all have a great day. The morning run. We're gonna be up and about this day. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah, UBSU.